Hey, Tracy, Wanda. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Fun Day. Hope y'all had a blessed weekend. It's a blessing to see another day. Hey, Ruth. It's a blessing to see another day. I'm only on YouTube. Hey, Sandra, girl. I'm only on YouTube and Facebook. I decide not to do Instagram today. I decide to do YouTube and Facebook. So I guess they'll be looking for me on IG, but I'm not on there. How y'all doing? Y'all know the topic for today? The topic for today is when somebody say, I'm just playing. That's the topic. When somebody be like, oh, I'm just playing. They don't be playing. When they say that, they don't be playing. They be, hey Dana, they be really telling the truth. But y'all, hold on. Do y'all not know that mental health is real? I ain't gonna say y'all don't know. Mental health is so real. Did y'all see the man jumped off the bridge? Y'all didn't see the man jump off the bridge? They say, well, they ain't see no blood or nothing on the ground or nothing like that. But he could be internal bleeding. He jumped completely off the bridge. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people is going through a lot of stuff. And just because people don't tell you what they're going through don't mean they ain't going through. A lot of people is going through depression. A lot of people is going through like far as with bills and all that kind of stuff there. You know what I'm saying? And then if a lot of people don't know God, don't know Jehovah, at the end of that make it even worse. Because at the end of the day, you cannot live in a world and all this stuff going on in the world, and you don't know who to turn to. I thank God that all the stuff I've been through, the only way I was able to be strong and survive the things that I endure is me drawing closer to Jehovah. Other than that, I probably would have wanted to lose my mind too. I probably would have did all kind of stupid stuff too, but everybody not strong like me. Everybody ain't beat the eye. Some people they just give up on life, and some people just can't take it. But let me tell y'all something. The road ain't gonna never be easy. And when it get rough, you gotta know who to turn to. We living in a real world where there's good, there's bad. Where there's good, there's evil. So pick your choice. You're either gonna live in an evil world with the wicked people, or you're gonna live in a good world in your mind. In spite of whatever going on in the wicked world, the world that we live in, some parts can be wicked, and you just gotta know how to separate yourself from the good and the bad. Your life can be what you make it. Either you're gonna live a good life, or you're gonna live a bad life. Either you're gonna be part of them over there down yonder. Either you're gonna be part of their wickedness, their shenanigans, or you're gonna be part of the good stuff that's going on. The good, people just enjoying their life and not being a part of all the shenanigans. Like me, I ain't gonna lie. I am not a part of none of the shenanigans. I look, I listen, and sometimes I judge whatever is got going on. But I learned not to judge people, because they ain't none of us perfect. But when it come down to certain things be on the internet, like I just saw these two white girls was jumping a black girl, right? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't like to see people jumping nobody. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race. I don't want to see nobody jumping nobody. But they was jumping the black girl. And whoever that was came from out of nowhere, out the car. And then it got real. I say, now that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Paula, happy Monday. I said, now that's what I'm talking about. If you see somebody getting jumped and they jumping, and then she came from out of nowhere, and it ain't no fun when a rabbit got. Yeah, I said, now that's what I'm talking about. You got somebody you fighting, you got somebody you fight. I don't condone violence. But at the end of the day, if somebody hits you, somebody jumping somebody you love, you're supposed to jump in. Ain't nobody pull out no piums or no weapons or none of that. Everybody live to see another day, even though somebody gonna have some black eyes and some bruises, some scratches, some headaches and all that. But you live to see another day. I think if somebody was fighting and both of them was hitting each other, I don't think nobody should go to jail. You got your leg back. You got your leg back. You fought back. And both of y'all go y'all separate ways. Unless we're going to take everybody to jail for disturbing the peace. If you ain't going to take everybody, just let them go their separate ways. If it's over, it's over. That's what I'm saying. But we living in a world where they got people, they'll see one girl and they jumping and all that, and they think that's cute. Man, I don't find that cute when you jump somebody. To me, if you jump in a one-on-one fight, if you jump at somebody and it's a one-on-one, you are a coward. And I said it. If you jumping in a fight, you're a coward. So how y'all doing today? What y'all got going on? What y'all got going on today? Is anybody going through something today? Is anybody on here going through something today? Was your day good? Or did you have a bad day at work today? So if you had a bad day at work today, don't worry about that. Don't worry about what happened. Tomorrow gonna be another day. They got on your nerve at work, but that's all right. You made it through, and tomorrow gonna be another day. Don't let nobody get under your skin at work. Let them do their job. You do your job. It is what it is. If they're over there with their shenanigans, you go over there without the shenanigans. See what I'm saying? It's that simple. Hey, Pam. It's that simple. What you said, nobody knows how many wards. I thought they did say they had. How many wards they said they had, y'all? I think they said they had 11 wards. I think they said that. I don't remember. I think they said they had 11 wards. And wait, y'all know the last time I was on here and we was talking about, let me see. Y'all remember the last time we was on here and we was talking about, I was talking about lying. All right. Oh, all right. So, do not lie to one another. That's in Proverbs. So I know somebody sent me this and I was just reading about lying, right? But I already know lying. You shouldn't be lying. But at the end of the day, that's one of the things in the Bible that we shouldn't do to one another. We do it anyway. People lie anyway. I mean, one day, I guess I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been lying lately. I got something in my teeth. I ain't been lying lately. And to be honest, I really don't have a reason to lie. I really don't have a reason to lie. See what I'm saying? So that means I'm doing good. If nobody don't give me a reason to lie, I'm not lying. I'm just saying, I can't remember the last time I lied. It been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it been a minute. If I lied, I'll tell y'all I lied. And y'all not the ruler over me. So if I did lie, But whatever. No, I ain't lied lately. Hey. So y'all listen. The topic today, and I'm sure, see if somebody tell you something and somebody say, girl, I don't like you. And somebody, that same person that say they don't like you, and then they come back and say, I'm just playing. Nope. Because let me tell y'all why I say no. Some people say stuff in a planned way. And what church I attend, what church I fellowship, I got baptized at New Hope. I went to Trumpman Design with Pastor McCoy. I got baptized with Reverend Blake. That's New Hope. And now, you want to be honest? I don't go to nobody's church. I'm going to be a Jehovah's Witness. I don't go to nobody's church. I am going to be a Jehovah's Witness. Mm-hmm. I am. My grandpa was a Jehovah's Witness, and he still was a good man. One of my sisters in Christ is a Jehovah's Witness on her husband. Mm-hmm. My cousins are a Jehovah's Witness. I got my uncle is a Jehovah's Witness. I got a couple of people that's Jehovah's Witness. And one day, I am a witness now, but one day I am going to be a Jehovah's Witness. Why all messy people go to church? Not all messy people go to church. Not all. They got messy people all over the world. They got messy people that don't go to church. At least if they being messy, hey Nikki girl, where you at work? But at least if they messy, at least they in church. Even if they messy, the pastors be messy too. You know that? Do you not know that the pastor that's on the pulpit that's delivering the word, they be messy too? You know that? So at the end of the day, we can't judge people because they go to church. Even if they go to church and they messy, we can't judge them. Because at the end of the day, you might be saying why they're messy, when at the end of the day, you might be messy too. They say I'm messy, but I don't call that messy. If you speak in your mind and you saying something or you saying something and you just being real, see, let me tell you something. A lot of people call people messy when they just be speaking in general. It all depends on what you mean by when you say they messy. Because they got some people that they keep up a lot of mess and confusion. Now that's messy. Or you say, why all messy people talk about God after they do you wrong? And why? It all depends on who it is. If they do you wrong, quite naturally they're going to justify. If they do something wrong to you, they're going to talk about God to justify their wrong. That's a lot of people that say, but what you got to understand is just because, all right, you say, why do messy people talk about why all messy people talk about God after they do you wrong? Wow. So you saying after they do you wrong, they talk about God. After they be done hurt you, they talk about God. Because guess what? God is not the author of confusion. I don't know why people say you're pretty and messy. You are a good person. That's all right. They could say I'm pretty and messy. They could say whatever they want because that means they judging me. So it don't matter. Don't worry about what people say about me, and I'm not gonna worry about what people say about me. People gonna talk about me not until when I'm gone, when I'm 6 feet under, they still gonna be talking about me. So at the end of the day, that don't bother me. And if people call me messy, that don't bother me. You know why? Because at the end of the day, their definition of being messy is not messy to me. Me being outspoken, speaking my mind, to them, That's messy. Me being real, that's messy. Now they got all different type of forms of mess. Like they call. Now I'm not the type of person where I just go up to somebody and I be like, "Well, she said this and she said this," and people that talked about other people to me, but you think I'm gonna call them and tell them that's messy? Hey, Cheryl, that's messy. If somebody talk about somebody with me and I see them and I say, "Well, so and so was talking about you like a dog and all that," that's messy. I'm not messy like that. I'm not messy like that. I'm on some real type shit. I'm on some where at the end of the day, if I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And if that's what you call messy, oh well. A lot of people don't like that. So I don't care about that. I don't care how people feel. A lot of people, I speak my mind, and if I see something ain't right, if the shoe fit, wear it. If I see something ain't right, you know what they're gonna say? She just being messy. Oh wow. That's being messy because I told you about yourself. You tried to play me. You tried to talk behind my back. You thought you used me or you played me. So that's being messy. No, you know what messy to some people? When you expose them. Since we talking about mess. When you expose people and you tell what they done did to you, they say you messy. Wow. I didn't have people that call me messy, but they talk about their own children. I'm just saying. I didn't have people that call me messy, but they started a lot of mess and confusion. People that call you messy, they say you messy because at the end of the day, you don't go along to get along. Oh, they was talking about me and the hairdresser. Woo! Being talked about is being thought about. You said, I don't know why they were talking about you in the hairdresser in the sixth ward, but you're a real one. Wow. I'm just saying, I must be something to talk about. Because guess what? When I talk about me, I'm talking about me and everything that happened with me. See, people be at the hairdresser, they be at the hospitals, they be at certain different places, and they be talking in front of people, and they don't know who they be talking in front of. I'm just saying. Somebody might be fixing your hair, and you in there running your mouth, and all the while, you don't know who you're talking to. All the while, you don't know who you're talking to. But you know what? That's a good thing when people talk about you. Because when they talk about you, that means they thought about you or they thinking about you. So that's a good thing. I'm not worried about, you know what, at the end of the day, you got to know I'm going to make my haters my motivator. When they stop talking about you, then something wrong. When they stop hating, then something wrong. So I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing so they can keep on talking about me. Lock that tea. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing, being messy like they say, so they could keep on talking about me. Because me, myself, if somebody want to talk about somebody and it's somebody, I'll be like, I don't want to talk about them. I ain't got that much time to make nobody relevant in my head like that. Why I'm going to spend all my time on the internet talking about somebody that talking about me and make them relevant? They made me relevant in a hairdresser. Wow. They made me, I want to thank them. They made me relevant in a hairdresser. Wow. Now that's big. Now that's big. When they talk about me again, just keep on listening. And every time they talk about me in a hairdresser, just know that guy gonna constantly keep elevating me. Mm-hmm. When they be talking, just be smiling and saying, damn, if they talking about her in the hairdresser, I wonder when I leave, do they talk about me as well? I'm just saying. All right, Sandra. You do know, right? If you was in here, was you just in there listening? So if you was in a hairdresser, I'm on in my apology. If you was in a hairdresser and you was quiet and they was running all by the mouth and they was just talking and they talking about me, right? All they can say, she messy. I wonder who started the conversation. Because at the end of the day, they got some hairdressers be like, don't come in my shit with that messy shit. We ain't finna do that in here. So the hairdresser was indulging and talking about me too. I need your phone up. I've been thinking about you. I was thinking about you today. I ain't talked to you in a minute. So if somebody talking about somebody in the hairdresser, they got to be somebody. You know what? A lot of people don't like me because I keep it real. And I ain't gonna sugarcoat. It is what it is. And you know the worst part about it, is that the more I draw closer to Jehovah, the more they gonna talk. I'm just saying. The more I draw closer to him, the more they gonna talk. They talk about everybody. Is there anybody else they was talking about in a hairdresser besides me? Or was I the topic? Your hairdresser don't allow that, Aunt Paula, because she ain't messy. If they was talking, but look up, she said they was talking about me in the 6th ward. In the 6th ward? Where I almost got unalive at? Wow. I can imagine what they were saying in the 6th ward hairdresser. Wow. I wouldn't expect nothing different. That's why I got pim at. That's where I didn't play with them at, in the 6th ward. They ain't play with me when I was walking in the 6th ward. So quite natural, they got so much to say about me. But one thing for sure, they sure not gonna say it in my face. They could talk, they could tell everybody, well, she messed it. When they see me, they could shoot and all that. But when they see me, they ain't gonna say none of that. Hey, Fry. When they see me, they ain't got nothing to say. Yo, we got 9 likes. And they say 16 people in here. And they say 4 people. Yo, where the love at? I got a lot of hate. So where the love at? I got a lot of hate. So where the love at? Can y'all show me a little love? It don't cost nothing. It don't cost y'all nothing to show me love. Oh, clapback queen. All right. I know you lied. That's what I'm talking. Always got a backup plan. But anyway, thank you. But anyway, that makes me feel so good to know that people is thinking about me, that's talking about me. So if they was talking about me in the 6th ward, wow. I guess they was talking about what happened in the past and all that kind of stuff. That they could talk about me among each other, but at the end of the day, they need to try to get what I'm getting. And I ain't talking about immaterial thing. They need to get their soul saved. They need to repent for their sins. Because obvious they don't know him. He said, touch not my anointed to do my proper no harm. He said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And every tongue must confess. Thank you, Paula. He said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And every tongue that rise up against me must be condemned. See, I'm one of his. So for everybody that talked about me and played a part in talking about me, even a hairdresser allowed that to be going on in the hairdresser. He said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper in every tongue. So everybody put my name in their mouth. Every tongue must confess. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. So, but you know what? Y'all, when y'all hear people talking about y'all, don't get mad. Don't get angry. Why would I get mad? Why would I get mad because they talking about me? I'm somebody I'm her. I am her. I'm somebody to talk about. Well, one thing for sure, they're a bunch of cowards because they ain't going to say it to my face. Ain't got nothing to say. When they see me, they'll roll their eyes. They'll try to size me up. They're going to look at what I got on from head to toe and all that, but they ain't going to open their damn mouth. They're going to respect me. I'm just saying. They're going to respect me. So they can say whatever they want, when they want, how they want. But long as when they see the little wheelchair pull up, they can roll their eyes, they can turn their head, but they ain't going to say nothing to me. And that speaks volume. You know what? When people see you after they men talk about you, and some of them speak to you. Well, hey, how you doing? They be fake with it because they won't go along to get along. I bet you the same one who was talking about me, somebody out the bunch will see me and be like, hey, girl. Girl, please. Thank you, Paula. I'm messy because I'm living in my truth. I'm messy because I'm telling everything that happened and I'm telling on everybody. So let me say this. So if I'm so messy, why when I tell my story and I add all these people in the story who did what they did, why nobody never come on live and say, she lying, that ain't never happened, ain't none of that, why nobody never do that? Because if they play with me like that, I'm going to pull up the receipts and I'm going to tell everything. Since I'm messy. I'm just saying. Since I'm messy. 2 Chainz, the one who was in there, yap, and she messy and all that kind of stuff there. She ain't doing up with talking. Because somebody was in there saying, you know what? Well, damn. And ain't nobody going to tell her nothing. Not one of them. Because see, at one time, I'd be saying, what hairdresser that was at? And I go in the hairdresser and just smile. At one time, I'll be saying, what hairdresser that was at? So I can pull up. But it don't matter what hairdresser it was at. I'm looking for him to talk about me and some more hairdressers. I'm looking for him to go to every hairdresser and talk about me. Because I'm something to talk about. I'm something to talk about. Until I expire on this earth, I'm going to continue to be something to talk about. Since y'all say I'm messy. I ain't too messy because I know a lot of things about a lot of people and I haven't exposed them. They know not to play with me. Because if they play with me in the wrong way, I'm not going to let them make it on this internet that they think is a game. Because see, people don't want to be exposed for their past life. And I know a lot of people past life. So if they want to say I'm messy because I know a lot of stuff, but one thing about me, I would love to know what part of me they're talking about that's being messy. Because at the end of the day, anytime I speak about my life and anything that I endure, anybody that I was around and what I did, if I say they did this one did that, I wasn't lying. That's not being messy. When you fabricate and you lie and you make up shit and you lie to the people, that's when you messy. I ain't gotta lie to the people. Not about what happened to me. I can tell you. So me telling everybody what happened, telling everybody who slept with everybody, telling how me and everybody was close and how me and everybody fell out. That's being messy. Girl, please. The one who brought the bone was messy. The hairdresser is messy for allowing this to go on in her establishment. It's messy. The ones who was getting the hair fixed is messy. But the one who was listening and ain't saying nothing, the one who was drinking water and minding their business, thumbs up. Thumbs up. But whatever hairdresser that is, girl, how could you allow somebody to be in your hairdresser and be messy? Oh, wow. Because if I have something to say about somebody, if me and my hairdresser want to talk about it, it's not going to be among everybody. But one thing about Ann, if somebody bring up a conversation about, and you know, some, because one time I was at the hairdresser and they was talking, and the girl going to tell me what happened to me. And she told me that I did something that I didn't do. Somebody told me when I was almost on the live and they cut my clothes off, they said I had on certain type of drawers, and I said they're a damn lie. How you gonna lie to me about me? And then I saw another young lady and she said, "And I remember you and that girl used to get into it all the time." I said, "When that happened?" She said, "But I said, well, no, when that happened. And who told you that?" Because man, that girl ain't never got into it. I'm just saying. So if I was such of a bully and picking with this person, well, where you was? And then somebody else lied. Let me tell y'all how people lie. All right, I ain't mean to bring this up, but we're gonna get back to the subject because the young lady was talking about me and the hairdresser, and they were saying that I'm messy, right? But let me see that. Why? I know Balden. A lot of people ain't gonna let them play with me. So why they feel the need that I had to be the topic and the hairdresser? Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Is it wait, I'm gonna ask y'all a question, but I already know the answer. So y'all think when I come on the internet and I express my feelings and I talk about what happened to me in the past, let me tell you something. I can't be too messy, I don't call their names. A lot of people on the internet would love to see the female that almost underlined me. I could post her. I could post my ex-husband. Now that's messy. Somebody said, "Hey, you want me to interview you on your ex and a woman that almost unalive you?" I say, "Nah, I ain't making them relevant like that." Because all the pictures that they be posting and all the pictures. So, wait, I needed to ask y'all a question, but I forgot. And it's going to come back to me. So, when they post pictures, family pictures with all my grandchildren and my children on the internet, and she be singing and kissing and all that. So what y'all call that? If she on the internet with him, hey Monique, if she on the internet with him and TikTok and all that, and they filming her singing and kissing and all that, so what y'all call that? Y'all don't think that's being messy toward me? Y'all don't think she want me to see? Y'all don't think she know I'ma see or want me to see? So that's not being messy, right? So me talking about stuff that happened in my life includes them. So if what happened to me, what happened in my life includes them, why that's messy? So if I'm talking about everybody that then did something to me and everybody that we then went back and forward with, why is that being messy? But it ain't messy for his family, his cousins and all them who used to be with me, who used to hang with me before he divorced me and married her. If that's the case, I could call them messy. But at the end of the day, that's still their cousin. I ain't never did them nothing. But I understand the go along, get along thing. And I ain't mad at that. Because some people, wrong or right, they're going to ride with their people. See what I'm saying? And I got people like that too that's going to ride with me. But we got some ass kissing people too. Hey, my brother. We got some ass kissing people in the world too. We got some people that go along to get along. We got some people that at the end of the day, so because I'm talking about my lifestyle and I'm talking about, but let me tell y'all something. If all these people wouldn't have never gave me nothing to talk about, we wouldn't be having this conversation. If all these people in the so-called sixth ward in the hairdresser was talking, the people that was talking about me in the sixth ward, if you on here, thank y'all for talking about me in the hairdresser in the sixth ward. Because I got that back. So when y'all see me, just know that I know y'all was talking about me in the hairdresser. So if that's the case, out of all these people, let me tell y'all where it becomes messy to them. You know why it becomes messy? Because the world didn't know that. Well, we didn't know that you and her was messing with the same Negro. We didn't know that you used to be at sleep messing with it. See, it all makes sense. I'm messy because I'm telling the truth. So if y'all gonna be mad and call me messy because I'm telling the truth, oh well, whoop-de-doo. It is what it is. I'm gonna continue to be messy then. How about that? So y'all. But I don't call it messy. When you be real and you keeping it real, that's not being messy. I love keeping it real. Hey, Mama Ava, I love being real. I love living in my truth. Because a lot of people was going to go to their grave with certain things. And I done told a lot of things that they wasn't going to never tell nobody. Some of y'all wouldn't have never knew some of the stuff I told y'all if I wouldn't have never told y'all. That's why they mad. They gonna be all right. But ain't nobody could say she lying. They try to destroy my life, but dear God, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Woo! They mad. Y'all should be in the hairdresser getting y'all hair fixed. You know, y'all weave done and all that kind of stuff there. Y'all shouldn't be worrying about Ann Mays in the hairdresser. Why is y'all so bothered by the little lady in the wheelchair? Because she got a beautiful smile, huh? She got an ugly side too. Let me show you the ugly side. See that side? See that front? That's what they mad. Bang! They don't like that. So let me keep on talking. Girl, thank you for coming over here. So let me tell you this to you. You don't think that was you being messy? Coming over here and telling me what they were saying in the hairdresser? You don't think that was being messy? But I want to thank you. Because if you would have never came on here and told me they was talking about me and the hairdresser, I wouldn't have never knew. Thank you. And better yet, can you DM me and tell me what hairdresser it was? So I know not to send somebody there. They know who they is. Because lemons make what? Lemons make what? Lemonade. Can y'all hear me over here on Facebook? Paulie, y'all can hear me? Can you hear me now? See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to get just like me. Y'all got to get just like me. When y'all get like me, shit like that won't bother y'all either. That don't bother me. That don't bother me. Because guess what, y'all? queens and kings, somebody talking about y'all too in a hairdresser. But they might be a little quiet talking about y'all. They want to talk loud because they talking about somebody. See what I'm saying? You might be one of the ones just low key and you're a listener and you don't run your mouth. See, they be running their mouth in different places in the Sixth Ward, but what they don't know is I was born and raised in part of the Sixth Ward. But I was looking at my birth certificate today. My mama had me at Charity Hospital July the 3rd at 541. And my mom was living on Law Street in the Ninth Ward. So at the end of the day, the people in the Sixth Ward are snakes anyway. So anybody that mess with a lot of people out the Sixth Ward, a lot of snakes came from a lot of people in the Sixth Ward unalive their own partners. A lot of people in the Sixth Ward then unalive their own partners. So you think I'm worrying about some huckabuck? Girl, please. I don't know why you can't hear. Everybody else they could hear. You must have did something to your phone. I'm just saying. When you've been talked about, you somebody. Most definitely know that I'm somebody. They are so bothered when they come down to me. They are so bothered when they come down to y'all too. They bothered. So y'all, guess what? We got to keep them talking. Let me see what I'm going to put on when I go outside this weekend. So I could give them something else to talk about. You want to keep them talking? Put some shit on. Put some clothes on. And go outside. They're going to watch it from head to toe. When I roll past them, they're already looking. Here she come. Let's see what she got on today. She rolling. She finna pass us now. Don't look hard. Just look out your periphery. There she go. That's how they be. Whew. Must be nice. Whew. I'm gonna give them something to talk about for the weekend too. I'm coming outside. In the second line this weekend, store in the Sixth Ward. The money wastes coming out the Trinity Center. I'm gonna be outside. So they can have something else to talk about. Don't tell them. But I'm gonna be outside. So y'all, the topic for the day is, before we got sidetracked, when Miss Thing Thing came on here, I don't know who it is, but came on here and told me they was talking about me in the hairdresser. What you said. Now you didn't brought your little messy tail self over here, and you're gonna say I'm messy, but you didn't brought your little messy tail self over here and told me they was talking about me in the hairdresser. What did you say? Oh, you ain't saying nothing. You wanted the quiet ones. You didn't entertain them. You ain't saying nothing about me. Oh, okay, thank you. And when I get off of here, can you tell me what hairdresser it is, so I could tell, the people that really love me, that mess with me, not to go there. So we can boycott the hairdresser. But anyway, I feel so good when you know people talking about you and whatever they saying about you, when they go in your spirit and you got a laughing spirit, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. That lets you know people are bored. Even when people come on here and I know today other people be online and this and that, and they won't go see the mess and all that. They come on here, they dip in and dip out. They dip in and dip out. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there, see what's talking about. I'm gonna go over there, whatever. Let them go. Bye. Bye. Did your husband teach baseball? Your children did not too many in the 6th grade. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So y'all listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Now where Miss Thing then went at? Miss Thing, where you at? Because you ain't talking no more. So you just came over here to just tell me that they was talking about me in the hairdresser. That's what you came over to tell me. And then you said, when people do stuff, why they always talk about God. Damn, you came over here to give us a little one here to quit in. You're gone? You're gone or you're still on here? Because sometimes you got to watch the people that bring the bone. Because at the end of the day, a little bit, at first, you started making me think you was talking indirect. Because I talk about God all the time. And that's a good thing. And no matter what nobody's saying, how nobody feel about me, I love Jehovah and it tells. And you can see the glow all over my face. So you know what? You brought the bone over here. You said what you said. Then you started talking about why people talk about God and all that kind of stuff. There, people that talk about God, at the end of the day, who are you to judge? And when somebody say why people go to church and they still be messing all that, first of all, I got a personal relationship with God. Thank you, Paul. I got a personal relationship with God. So I don't care about nobody judging me. It speaks for itself. That's a good thing. Because let me tell you something. All right, Queen. Let me tell you something. See, you just can't talk about God. You got to show it. It got to be in you. So you can't just talk about God. Because they got a lot of people talk about God. But it got to be in you. And it's in me. You got to be a powerful woman to deal with being ridiculed, disrespected, lied on, stabbed in the back. They got people that portrayed you, smiling, grinning my face. And I'm still standing. That's a bad girl. That's a bad girl. That if that ain't a phenomenal woman in its finest, girl, y'all can't mess with me. I don't care about nobody talking about me. Better yet, when you bring the bone back and say she said she don't care. Now what? Now what? So while they was doing all that talking and you came over here to tell me they was talking about me in the hairdresser, it's okay. Go back and tell them I said I'm going to pray for them. And also tell them that she said, which is me, no weapon formed against her shall prosper. And every tongue that rise up against her must be condemned. Go back and tell them that. Because see, sometimes you got to watch who bring the bone. I'm just saying, I don't know you from Adam. All I know is just your first time me seeing you on my page. And you came in my YouTube channel to tell me that they was talking about me in the hairdresser. Oh, well. It don't matter. Hey, Queen. It don't matter what nobody say about me. Because at the end of the day, they talk about Jesus was nailed to the cross. They talk about Jesus was nailed to the cross. He gave up his only begotten son for us to have life. And y'all talk about each other. At least I'm living right. I'm trying to continue to do the right thing. What about the ones that was talking about me? What they were saying, oh yeah, she talk about God. Gonna continue to talk about God. At least I'm talking about God and I'm not talking about them. The only reason I talks about the people that been in the barrel with me, that I could talk about them, because that's public records. If you had an encounter with me and me and you had something going on, it's public records. That means I can speak about you because it involves me. And let me say this for the record. When I almost was unalive, they had another girl that was with her. I thought it was who I thought it was. Somebody else said they was with me, not with me, with her. Somebody else said it was with her. Nah, the people who said it was with her ain't the people that I thought was with her when she almost unalive. I was in a coma, so after that, I don't remember none of that. But I know when I approached her, she was with another female. But somebody said they was with her and they saw what she did and they said it wasn't right, what she did. And somebody else said it was right there when she did what she did. So in my mind, when I was in coma, I saw myself being somewhere under a tree, but it didn't happen there. But that's what I remember. But as time went on and time progressed, I realized that I was almost unalive on Village Street. And all the while, I thought it was, I think, North Robinson Street. So that go to show you. People be talking and saying stuff, and they really don't know what they be talking about. So you think I been almost alive 31 years ago, and now I'm about to be 60 in a couple of weeks. You think I got time to sit down and worry about who was talking about me in the hairdresser? I get talked about in the hairdresser almost every day and everywhere. I'm just saying. But ain't that mighty strange for you to come on my page, my YouTube channel, and I never saw you not one time. But you found your way to come over here and tell me that they was talking about me in the hairdresser, saying I was messy. They was talking about me in the sixth one. Wow. So let me tell y'all something to my people that's on here. See, when you change your entire life, I want y'all to listen to me and listen good. When you change your persona, you change your life, you draw closer to Jehovah, you draw closer to God. You ain't even got to be perfect. Y'all don't see how the enemy be coming at me? Now I'm over here minding my own little business. Thank you, Alfred. I'm over here minding my own little business. And somebody who I never saw on my YouTube channel since I've been going live on YouTube for 7 months, or going on 7 months, or maybe 7 months, and I have never seen this person. And for this person to come on my YouTube and say, oh, they was talking about you in the hairdresser. So you brought the bone, and then you was talking indirect, saying what church I go to, and I told you what church I go to, which is none right now. I am going to be a Jehovah's Witness. How you feel about that? So after, and then you said, why do people be messy and talk about God? You sure you ain't the one was talking about me in the hairdresser? And I ain't asking for no friend. Are you sure you wasn't a part of what went on in the hairdresser? Because if you was, it's okay. Boo-boo. But I want to tell you, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rise up against me must be condemned. So if you was talking about me, just think about what I just said. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rise against me must be condemned. You go ahead on, your mission accomplished. You wanted me to know that y'all was talking about me in a hairdresser. So you brought the bone over here. Who sent you? That part. Who sent you? Who sent you? Now, since they sent you over here, go back and tell them what I said. And at the end, say her said. Her said. Her said her gonna pray for you and you. I'ma even pray for the hairdresser who allowed this kind of foolishness to go on in her establishment. I'm just saying. Because you dipped in. You ain't got nothing to say no more. Because you asked all those questions. You went all around the corner, all up the street, all down the street, all down yonder, and said, why do messy people go to church? And I said, the church building, because it's just a building. The church is like a hospital with a bunch of sick people that's trying to get healed. And I ain't judging nobody that's in church. I ain't judging nobody, at least they're in church. Who are you to judge? Because you just came over here and tried to stir up some mess and tell me that the people in the sixth ward was talking about me, and I don't give a darn. Tell them keep talking. Tell them keep talking. Since you came over here, why you just didn't tell me who they was? Why you didn't say so-and-so at the hairdresser so-and-so? If you're going to bring a bone, don't halfway bring it. Now that's what you call messy. That's why you came over here? To be messy, huh? See, it's a different level of being messy. Now you come over here and talk about the messy people. Eh? So what you called yourself? What did you just do? And I'm not asking for a friend. So you don't think you coming over here telling me they was talking about me and the hairdresser? You don't think that's being messy? Oh no, you thought that was just, well, I'm just going to tell Miss Ann that, they was talking about in a hairdresser. And they say, I'm too pretty to be messy. Oh wow. What prettiness got to do with messy? Being pretty don't have nothing to do with being messy. Some of the most beautiful people in the world is some of the worst people in the world. But see, messy is not what you call messy. Because if you look at yourself, what you just did was messy. But see, he said, I seek after the heart of a man. I'm a beautiful person on the inside and the outside. So I don't know what your purpose was. Are you coming over here? But I'm trying to figure out who sent you. And I ain't going to figure out who sent you because I don't give a damn. But I respect you more if you don't come back over here and tell me about what nobody else was saying or talking about me. Because guess what? I don't care. Tell them she don't care. And tell them if they're part of the problem, that anything that happened with me and them, if they wouldn't have never gave me nothing to talk about, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Oh, I forgot. They didn't want their children to know. They didn't want their children to know that a lot of stuff that happened, they was going to go to their grave not telling their children the truth. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I had to expose all y'all. But if y'all keep on playing with me, from Ohio, I ain't done yet. I'm not done yet. See, what you call messy is, I raise my right hand to Jehovah. Messy is when I go to calling your name one by one. And then I put a story behind your name. Messy is when your ex-husband cheated on you with the woman that's smiling right in your face. And everybody that be around her right now used to be around me. And we was cool until he divorced me. Now they cool with her. Wow. But I'm messy. I'm messy. Why I ain't never post no picture of him Why I ain't never post no picture of her? Because people would love to see who she is. I think that's being messy. And quite, she's a nurse. So if I was so messy, why a lot of people never saw what she looked like? Why a lot of people never saw what he looked like? Even though they post pictures with other people, people still don't know who they are. So if I'm such a bad person and I'm such a messy woman, why I never exposed them? Because I could have. And I still can. Don't you think that would be messy? Because all the people I talk about what happened, but I don't say their name. Everybody got a name. And everybody got a story that go with their name. Everybody I talk about that was a part of the shenanigan. Anybody I talk about, I can put a story behind anybody I talk about. And ain't nobody gonna come on the internet and say shit lying. They mad because everything out in the openings, they mad. They mad because their children are grown now and they got young adult children. And it's stories that they never would have told their children. They want to keep on lying to their children and keep on having their children believe that she was the bully and she did this and she did that. What you gonna tell your children when the truth come out? Because I'm almost there. What y'all gonna tell your children? Because listen, this been 31 years. And not one time out of all these people I talk about, not one person got on the internet and say, she lied. Because if they get on the internet and call me a liar, I promise you, I'm going to make them look like a damn fool. Why? Why would I lie? I don't have no reason to lie. So I'm messy because I'm keeping it real and I'm talking about my story. I'm talking about my life. And see, people, they want you to bury the hash. Why is she bringing that up? Why is she bringing that up? It's my life. It's my story. Take it up with somebody else. It's my life and it's my story. That's what I'm saying. So whatever I care about, if I don't have to, let me tell y'all something. So when you right here, but you really do care because you never moved to the next topic. Let me tell you something. This page over here say I am AMAs. You don't want nothing over here. Not over here, sweetie. I could stay on this topic till tomorrow if I want to. How about that? So if you got a problem with me staying on this subject, you can fall off. You can fall off because I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. Not what? So if you feel that way, if I'm still on this subject, I'm going to stay on this subject. I'm going to keep my foot on your neck and their neck too. You bothered? Oh, you mad? You mad too? You mad too? Who sent you? Who sent you? Wow, y'all be making some fake pages, huh? Y'all be making fake pages. Y'all got fake names. And at the end of the day, who sent you? And why you here? I thank you for coming over here. And by the way, I'm going to talk about this as long as I feel like it. I'm not going to even block you. Anything else you want to say? So I can read it out loud. Anything else you want to say? I ain't think so. Wow. Y'all so bothered. Paula, they so bothered over here on YouTube. I just had 2 trolls today. That's a beautiful thing. Y'all make me feel so good when y'all come over here and let me know I'm relevant like that. Y'all make me feel so good to know that y'all bothered by me. Mm-hmm. You have anything else you want to say? Because I'm ready. I got time today. I got time. Go ahead on, hit me with your best shot. Because you ain't going to do nothing but get other people feeling certain. And you're going to make me say some stuff about people that they don't want people to know. So come on, keep on playing with me. Because it ain't nobody but y'all. Because I don't be into it with nobody. So come on. Come on. And some people going to get exposed because of you. I'm just saying. I love you more. Okay. You thought you were going to see me on Instagram? That's found on YouTube. Anything else you want to say? Okay. Don't you know we got you, right? Don't you know I'm being monetized, right? Don't you know we going to get you, right? Come on with some more questions. Come with some more. Cow, chicken, duck. Anyway. Y'all mad, huh? Y'all big man. Y'all so angry at me because I'm close to God and y'all not. Y'all so mad. Y'all big mad. But anyway, they ain't talking about that. Y'all, the topic for the day is when people say, when somebody say, I'm just playing, that means they lying. People say stuff in a planned way, but when they say, oh, I'm just playing, no, they're not. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Like this duck over here on YouTube, that think we ain't gonna know who she or he is. You's a duck. Who sent you? Tell them, don't forget to tell them what I said. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Don't forget. I told y'all they bothered. They big mad. We got troll on a Peekaboo on every platform. They make fake pages and they come and troll you. But you got to be madly mistaken if you think everybody in the world, a million to love you and a million to hate. I can't make everybody like me. And you are one of the unlikable. Right? Okay, thank you. Thank you for motivating me. What it is that you don't like about me. My persona, my smile, the way I put my clothes on, the way I dress when I put them on, the way I be winking my eyes, the way I be smiling. What is it? I ain't gonna tell nobody. Hey, Stacy. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm just saying. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. Things you trying to do to me, I already done to you. Devil, flee. Flee, devil. Flee. See, y'all got to know how to fight. When the demons and the spirits come on your page, they come to take your peace, your joy, your spirit. But you got to know how to deal with them. You got to know how to deal with them. Ain't that something? When you having a blessed day, which I do every day, even in the midst of a bad day, you have a good day. And I'm on my own channel. And one come on here and tell me, when They was talking about you in a hairdresser in the sixth ward. So you came on my page and told me they was talking about me. And then we got another one on here saying, but you really do care because you never changed the topic. Well, who made them? You going along to get along. You should have your own mind. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Now, why you wasting your time and your mind worrying about me? I'm living rent free in your head. You're gonna toss and turn tonight because you shouldn't have done that. You should have never came over here and messed with me. I'm one of his. And he said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. I'm one of his, devil. Y'all don't be serious. Because we got that one and the other one. I got you. It took you a little minute to make up that page, right? It took you a little minute, right? How many fake pages you done made up? You're gonna be making another one to come over here. Because it's something when you block people, they make up a fake page and come back. That's because they bothered. That's because you in their head. If I gotta go through all that, I ain't making up no fake page to come on. If somebody blocked me from a fake page, then I double back and make another one. Damn. I'm relevant. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm appalled that you want my attention. I gave it to you. But is I'm bothered? Nope. That poor Paula. They bothered. They is so bothered to it's a sin of shame. So again, if somebody said, I'm just playing. If somebody say, oh, but you're ugly and you mess yourself and I don't like you and all that, and they say, girl, I'm just playing. No, they're not. Because see, people say stuff in a playing way and want you to believe that they was just playing, but they meant what they said, but they came back with the, oh, I'm just playing. Y'all got to watch that shit. I'm just playing. Girl, I'm just playing. No, you meant what you said, or you want to never say what you meant. Aha! That's what I said. You meant what you said, or you would never say what you meant. You said what you meant to say. Thank you, Sandra. See, in spite of all y'all so bothered worrying about me, they got a man just almost lost his life to then jumped off the bridge. Because he going through something. And if you keep on coming over here and playing with me, a child of God, you and the other one, you're going to want to jump off of somebody's bridge because I'm not the one at all. I'm not the one over here, home girl, or homeboy, whoever you may be. Don't come over here trying to troll me, trying to tell me about what I should and shouldn't do and how I should feel. Because at the end of the day, I got to own me. I got to own me coming behind me. Believe that. And we going to win the war. So stop playing with me. And I ain't talking about people. I'm talking about Jehovah going to fight for me. And he going to deal with you. He going to deal with you for coming over here. He going to deal with you and the other one that came over here and say they was talking about me and the hairdresser. And then ran up over. Who sent y'all? Anything over here concern y'all? Because we weren't talking about none of y'all. So who sent y'all over here? The trick of the enemy. You let the enemy set you up. You let the enemy set you up by messing with a child of God. Wow. You ain't getting no sleep tonight. The wicked don't sleep. And you ain't getting no sleep tonight. He gonna have mercy on your soul, but he gonna chastise you about playing with one of his. I'm one of his. No matter what you say, no matter how you feel, no matter how you look at it, I'm one of his. Block you for what? Block you for what? You know why I ain't gonna block you? Because you need to be delivered. You need to be delivered. So why would I block you? Why would I block you? But at the end of the day, you came over here to distract me from delivering my word, his word, to somebody. But this wasn't my topic, but you made it my topic. And then when you made it my topic, now you won't get mad when I put you in your place. No, stay here. Don't go nowhere. Because you need deliverance. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. In every tongue. Remember, I said it a couple of times. That rise up against me must be condemned. So you in the wrong house. Because you coming over here wasn't a good idea. You should have just watched and listened. And maybe you would have learned something. But no, you want to come over here and try to distract me. That was your purpose, right? But when you're a child of God, I take a lick and keep on ticking. So you said what you said, and I'm still saying what I said because I got time. I'm very intelligent. I got time to think about what you said too, and I did. And you don't run nothing over here at home. See, a lot of y'all people, when y'all change your life, when you change your life, the enemy coming from every angle. Now, who sent these people on here, over here? Who sent them over here? For what? Now, they done sold their soul to the devil. For what? You came over here for what? What I got that you want? And you know what? They be working for other people. They ain't even over here for themselves. They came over here to see what I'm talking about because they're working for other people. If I don't like somebody, why go on their page? If you don't like somebody, why go on their page and try to hear what they talking about? If you don't like me, why are you here? Because God don't play about me. He don't. And I promise you on tonight, when you try to go to sleep, I hope you do. I hope you work overnight because you're going to be restless tonight. I promise you will. Because you should have never came over here with that foolishness. See, right now, I know how to fight you. And I can fight you with the word. No weapon formed against me. No weapon formed against me. I ain't got to stand in your face and curse you out and go toe to toe. I could fight you with the word. No weapon formed against me. Hey, sis. We got 2 trolls on YouTube that call themselves coming on here and trying to play with me. But at the end of the day, somebody didn't tell them that I was a child of God? They didn't say that? Or they just said she be messy, but she always talking about God. Before I judge people, I would go to God before I judge anybody. And y'all trying to judge me? By me talking, at least I'm talking about God. What about you? What about you? And then Miss Thing, whoever Miss Thing is, came over here and said, oh, I was in a hairdresser and they was talking about you in a hairdresser. Okay. Ain't the first hairdresser and ain't gonna be the last one. But at the same time, they was talking about being a hairdresser. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Do anybody talk about you? Oh, so if they ain't talking about you, like they talk about me, maybe you should start doing some shit. Maybe since you came over here and then they got you over here, maybe you should start doing some shit and maybe you'll become relevant like me. Because I got to be relevant. For people to take the time out of their day in a hairdresser where they're supposed to be getting all dolled up and talk about Ann Mays, she got to be a bad girl. And I ain't talking about bad in the world. See, I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world no more. So I'm preparing myself for people to try to come at me. But I know how to fight. I know how to fight with the word of God. He said, love them anyway, but come from among them. So you and you that's on here or came on here to come on here to try to distract me and my people, I send that back to the pits of hell where it came from. Don't ever come on my page and feel the need that you want to come over here and distract me and my people for what we got going on over here, because God is not the author of confusion. So however y'all feel about me being messy and all that kind of stuff, keep it to yourself. If they was talking about me in the hairdresser, okay. And what you say? You bringing a bone. What did you say? Okay. It is what it is. The devil is big man. I'm not bothering nobody. All I do is talk about God. I talk about certain topics, certain things, and they mad. You say, I do like you. I was just trying to say that you bigger than that. But that's not what you said. That's not how you say that. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. See, you came in my house. And then you said, I'm going to quote exactly what you said. I got to be worried about it if I'm still talking about it. But y'all brought it over here. That don't mean I'm worrying about it. That don't mean I'm speaking for me. If somebody come in my house and tell me, oh, they was talking about you in the hairdresser, so I shouldn't speak on that. I shouldn't tell them what to go back and tell them. Since somebody come in my house and try to disrespect my house, I'm not going to say, oh, well, go back and tell them I love them. Go back and tell them what God said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against me must be condemned. Go back and tell them that. So that's me still being on that topic. I can be on the topic as long as I want to. See, let me tell you something. They gave me something to talk about. That wasn't my topic. But since they came on here and say I was messy, I just had to break it down to them and tell them what messy really is. Bringing it to me over here, telling me somebody was talking about me in a hairdresser. What you call that? What you call that? If you ain't gonna say everything, what you say, oh, I forgot you was just there. I'm just think in my mind, you was just in the hairdresser and they were just talking about me and you was just there and you ain't say nothing. That's what you want me to believe, right? Right? What if I was the type of person that get real angry, or a person that get in her feelings, or a person that, go to feeling some type of way because people, what if I wasn't delivered? What if I wasn't delivered and you came on here? And you came on here. What if I wasn't delivered? There you go. You didn't start up mess and confusion, but yet and still you they say I'm messy. What you think they're gonna say about you? But you ain't say what hairdresser said was, huh? You weren't that stupid. Because if you would have said what hairdresser it was, then they would have known that you was the one to bring the bone. And then if they would have found out you was the one that bring the bone, they was going to say what you said. See how smart I am? And I just got a GED. You can't bring game to Parker Brothers. They invented all the Tonka Tonk game. How you gonna try to bring? Oh my God. You can't bring game over here. So you coming over here telling me somebody was talking about me? Welcome to the club. Damn. So you thought that was gonna make me upset. And then we got this other one down here gonna say some other, and now you saying that you like me. How could you like somebody and you just came on here and try to, you just another person on the internet that at the end of the day you say what you say. Now you're trying to cover up your tracks because I hit you with the hot track when I told you God gonna deal with you. And he is. Because out of all that you said, and all that you said, you ain't never once said, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to say it like that. Because ain't what you said, it's how you said it. I don't care if you like me or not. You saying you like me ain't changed the fact of what you said before that. And now you want to say I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than what? But that ain't what you said. You said what you said. And I caught what you said. See, some of y'all got to think before y'all speak. Before you took your time and typed all that. Oh, what you thought I couldn't read? You thought I couldn't read? That was a long time ago. I taught myself to read. You thought I was illiterate? That was a long time ago. You thought I couldn't read and understand what you were saying? See, I got wisdom. And when you got wisdom, some stuff just don't go over your head. Now, when it comes down to the internet and all this other YouTube and doing certain things, and I'm going to get there too. It's going to take me a little minute, but I'm getting there. But when it comes down to you writing and saying certain things on it, I read everything that you said and I understood everything that you said. And why should I block you? I ain't going to block you because you need to be deliberate. Your mess need to start right here. Whoever y'all is, y'all mess need to stop. Because I'm not the one. I promise you I'm not the one. When I say I'm one of his, you better believe it. I'm one of his. And if I speak it, it's going to go into existence. So you better bow down because I'm not the one. That's right, Queen. When you got wisdom, you got knowledge. And that's good enough for me. He said we perish for a lack of knowledge. And if you had a lack of knowledge or you had a little empathy for me, you want to come on my page and try to troll me and say something out of order like you did. You and Miss Thing. That's going to come on here and bring the bone about somebody talking about me in the sixth ward. I don't bit more care about some of them in the sixth ward. I don't care about some of them people. Some of them people got y'all blindsided, got y'all believing they got it going on, got y'all believing. A lot of them in the sixth ward, they kissing butt and all that. They going along to get along and all that. They got y'all blindsided. I know the real. I know the fake for the real from the. I know the fake from the real. Y'all got to find out. Y'all got to bump y'all head. I done saw partners on the live, their own partners in the sixth ward. I know they got snakes in the barrel. But thank God I'm one of them that made it out. Because I saw the snakes. And they still got snakes. But the real soldiers, the real diehards, they 6 feet under. They got rid of them. Their own partners. Because they was scared of them. Don't come over here playing with me. Because I have to call my dogs off. Don't never think I'm on this internet by myself. Don't never think I'm on this internet by myself. I ain't never alone. They got people in the background laying low. So y'all could think it's a game. And y'all could think it's a game. But it's not. But I know how to fight. I got a lot to fight with. Jehovah. He fight all my battles. So if you want to stay over here and don't play with me. Because I ain't disrespect you. I don't even know who you are. I ain't never even did you nothing. But you feel the need that you want to come over here and be disrespectful. I'm not the one at all. Same thing make you laugh. Like you got the little crying, laughing emojis. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. I promise you. And you're gonna be saying, and he gonna show you my face. You're gonna be saying why I had to even mess with that lady. Because he gonna show you my face. So y'all, all this come with the process. All this come with the process. See, when you delivered, saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, and you ain't living like you used to live, the enemy come to steal, unalive, and destroy. So you got to prepare yourself for that. You got to prepare yourself for both sides, the bad and the good. And the ones who pretend, who act like they like you, they don't like you. You got to be able to discern the ones who do and the ones who don't. And it's a lot of them that smile in our face. That we'll say, if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, I never thought. See, a lot of them hiding behind this internet. A lot of them hiding behind this Facebook, the Instagram. They hide because they made it where they can hide. But what they don't know is the people that's really behind gonna start exposing them when they don't know, and it's gonna be a ball of confusion. They think nobody don't know who they is when they go get fake phones, they make up fake pages, and they be trolling people, talking mess and all that. They think they can, anytime the first 48 in true crime can find out who y'all are. If a person really, really wanted to know, a person could do the investigation. They could do the investigation and really find out who you is. I don't care if you're trolling me or not. I don't care. From Instagram. I don't care. They looking for me on Instagram. I don't care if you're trolling me or not. I don't care. They got people looking for me while you over here trying to play with me. And they looking for you too. You ain't got nothing else to do. That's what they are. They're a bunch of cowards. They ain't got nothing else to do but play with somebody that's trying to reach out and touch people and get them to change their life. And they ain't got nothing else to do but come over here. You want some mess and confusion? Go over there by Keith Carroll. Why you over here? You want some mess and confusion? Go see what they're doing on Key page. Because over here, you getting deliverance. You ain't about to, I'm not even about to fight with you because I'm going to win. If it's us versus y'all, who you think going to win? If it's us versus y'all, who you think going to win? Dumb, 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 dumb. Who you think going to win? So I'm over here, we over here minding our business. And we got a troll. Oh, they was talking about you in the hairdresser. Okay, next. And then here you come. You got it. You must care about it. You still talking about it. Okay. Leave people alone. Who sent you? Leave me alone. Because you just on here for what? You couldn't stay on here and just keep your mouth shut, huh? You want me to make you relevant. You want to distract me from everything that I was saying, everything we talk about. You want to distract me. You and Miss Thing, whoever Miss Thing at the hairdresser in a 6th ward. Miss Thing, come on. Y'all want to distract me for what? For what? What I ever did? You. Why? Who sent you over here? And then we ain't talking about none of them people. Whenever I feel like I want to talk about them, then you could come back. If you came over here for them, tell them I ain't talking about them today. I'm going to let you know when I talk about them. So whenever you see my YouTube channel and I say I'm talking about them people, then you could come back. But right now, I ain't talking about them today. Not today. Better yet, I don't feel like talking about them. Right now, I'm talking about you and Miss Thing. They came over here. They tried to distract me. I can't wait to become a Jehovah's Witness. Oh my God. When I become a Jehovah's Witness, y'all really gonna be mad. Because you're gonna be coming from everywhere. A Jehovah's Witness is just somebody witnessing, telling you about Jehovah. I don't know why y'all be so angry at the Jehovah's Witness. All they're trying to do is just tell you to get your life right. They witness to you, they want to study with you and all that. I can't wait. The more I draw closer to him, the more mad y'all gonna get. And the more blessed I'm gonna become. Y'all mad, huh? Because I dress up every day, huh? And I wake up every day, huh? I don't even dress up every day. Today, some days I just throw on something just a little cute. But when it's time for me to put clothes on, y'all be mad. You don't have to inbox me at all, sweetie. Our conversation is done. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We got Jersey in the building. Hey, sister girl. Hey, girl, I can't wait till I get baptized and filled with the Holy. When I start going to the Kingdom Hall, I can't wait. I can't wait. If they come and troll me right now, what they gonna say then? What they gonna say then? Oh, girl, she'll Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, she'll witness for God. She'll witness for God. That's a beautiful thing. But if you want the mess and confusion, I advise you to go over there. Because this is not the place for you, sweetheart. Over here, I'm trying to get you to change your life. If you want mess and confusion, you're in the wrong house. This is not the place for you. It's not the place for you. And it's not my first time seeing you. So you've been coming on here and listening to me. So who sent you? Because this ain't my first time seeing you on my page. You've been following me for quite some time. So you playing two ends in the middle. They told you to come over here. Keep coming. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Queen. Hey, cousin. Keep coming. Keep coming. Well, if you want to be on here every night that I'm on here, can you please stop trying to interrupt what I got going on? Stop trying to interrupt what I got going on. Because I'm here by assignment. This is my assignment. And I'm going to pass my test. Whether you try to play with me or not, I'm still going to pass the test. See, if you wanted me to react, because behind every action, there's sometimes it be a reaction. That's not what you're going to get out of me. Especially a woman who's trying to get her life right. Ain't going to never be perfect. But I'm going to constantly keep on striving to live right every day. But I'm not going to give y'all what y'all want. See, our people who not saved don't know how the enemy come. When she came on here and said what she said, when she said about they was talking about me in a hairdresser, that was the enemy. And when you back though and say it, I got to be still worried about it because I'm still on the topic. That was the enemy use you to. So why you still here? Why you still here? You here for deliverance? Or you here? From Facebook, Deshaun Green. Or you here because somebody sent you? Because you've been over here for quite some time. So, or is you the bone carrier? So you come over here and you listen to everything I gotta say, and then you go bring it back. So whoever, you know what you need to do? Tell them that Ann Mays, I am Ann Mays, say she gonna pray for y'all. Lil Ann, not the big one. Tell them that. From Instagram. Tell them that. They looking for me on Instagram. But they gonna know not to play with me on these platforms. Because I know what I work. I ain't gotta be on all these platforms if I don't want. If they love me like they say they love me, they gonna find me. I gotta be saying something right. Because you've been listening to me for quite some time. And you've been following me for quite some time. And I'm loving it. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta be a bad girl. See, when you got a lot of people trolling you, and you know the sad part about it, and I'm talking to you and Miss Thing. The sad part about it is that when y'all come on here and try to start messing confusion with somebody who never did y'all nothing. So that means you've been sent by the enemy to try to play with me. But I sent it back to the pits of hell where it come from. Because I'm covered by the blood. See what I'm saying? So I'm glad you exposed yourself today. But you keep on coming over here. And maybe one day you'll get delivered and want to be a Jehovah's Witness like me. Mm-hmm. Maybe one day you'll get your soul saved. Because I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored. Even being in a wheelchair. So if somebody be like, oh, why is she in the wheelchair? I'm in a wheelchair. But dear God, I'm still here. And I'm blessed and highly favored. How about that? In a wheelchair. Ain't nothing like having favor over your life being in a wheelchair. Let me plug this phone up so my people who really love me will continue to be on here. I got people that love me. Here's your Wanda. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. You said, well, let you apologize if that message bothered you so bad. That's not the proper way to apologize. Hey, Sharon, that's not the proper way to apologize. See what you're saying right there? See what you're saying right there? Well, let me apologize if that message bothered you so bad. You're so funny. You're so funny. That's not an apology. That's saying if. Attack. How could you attack a child of God? can't attack me. Not when you know who you are and whose you are. You can't attack me. You try to distract me, but you can't attack a woman who know who she is and who she is. You want me to run that by you again? You say you never said nothing out of that. You know what? Let it go. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, all that other extra stuff that you were saying, all you have to do is say, I apologize. I'm sorry. I ain't meant it like that. And that's in case closed. Case closed. Now you're making it about you. And it's not about you, sweetheart. It's not about you, sweetheart. So y'all, to the people that don't live down here, do y'all not know that mental health is real in New Orleans? It's real in a lot of other places. But today, one of our, I don't know if he was the father, I don't know the man, nothing like that. They was trying to get him off the bridge. And while they was trying to get him off the bridge, instead of them hurry up and trying to grab him, he jumped off the bridge. But they said that they ain't see no blood or nothing, but that don't mean he don't have internal, But I said that to say, check on y'all people. Mental is real. And they got a lot of people out here turning back on a lot of people that's dealing with stuff mentally. My little brother was on here earlier. I saw my little brother on Facebook. My little brother served 27 years in Angola. My little brother been home, I think, almost or maybe 2 years. And my little brother is a beautiful young man on the inside as the outside. But my little brother is mentally unbalanced. Imagine a young man being stripped of his freedom at when I was 17, 18. None of them was in over 20. None of them. Where's Grace and Mercy? And the ones who was incarcerated for 20-something years they mentally messed up. My little brother have good days and bad days. And if he had a female, you got to be a powerful female to deal with a young man that spent the majority of his young life in solitary confinement. And every time it was time for us to go see my little brother, and I went up there a couple of times. My mama went up there the most. And he always was on lockdown. There been times where we'll go up there and they say he on lockdown. He was more locked down in Angola than free. So I said that to say my grandmother, before she left this earth, she tried to wait because she always believed that one day he was coming home. So in the process of my little brother being incarcerated because he had a life sentence, it was him and his two other little friends. And the other little guy, I think he was underage, but he was, I don't know, I think he was like 15. He shouldn't even been in there. but some kind of way they had him under a different name, a different age, or something like that. I don't know the whole story, but I know he was young. I know he was like the youngest out the bunch. So within all them years that my little brother had been in jail, when he was home, I was in a wheelchair. And we used to go up there and see him and stuff like that, you know. And then all the while he was in jail in Angola, he lost my brother Warren. He lost my sister Sunshine. He lost my little brother. He lost my grandmother. He lost a lot of family members while he was gone. And then he did get an opportunity to come home and spend a little time with his dad. And then his dad passed away. So I said that to say, if you really love your family and you got a loved one and they dealing with something mentally. Now let me say this. At one time, I used to have my good and my bad days. Did anybody look after me? Not when I was going through. I was going through when nobody really knew I was going through. But I held on and I fought a good fight. While people was out there ridiculing, lying, calling me a bully, saying I did this and I did this and I did that. And none of the things they said I did. But the things I did do, they wasn't saying what I did do. But they were saying what I didn't do. But in the process of me being in a wheelchair, I had to raise 4 little babies. I've been in a wheelchair for 31 years. I got a 31-year-old, 32-year-old, 33-year-old, and a 42-year-old. Do the math. So all them little young kids I raised from a wheelchair, me and Jehovah. But if I didn't believe and trust in Jehovah, I wouldn't be sitting here right here. And all the sacrifices I made, including wanting to go get my leg back. I wanted my leg back. I felt unjust. I felt like everything that was done to me was thrown under the rug. They did all kind of crooked stuff. They had all people, different females lying, hate me and all that. I said, I've been dealing with all this. This not new. So when they come on here and troll me and all that kind of stuff, I give them a little entertaining. But at the end of the day, I come too far to let some scumbag or whoever they might be come on here and try to play with me. I come too far to stoop too low. So out of everything that I've been through with me and my children, driving with a stick. When I first learned how to drive with a stick, I get in the car. I got the children in the back, the oldest one in the front. I'm driving with a stick. I'm going from the gas to the brakes. Y'all sit down. Y'all be quiet. But my main focus is paying attention to the road, knowing that I got to protect 4 children in the car. I did that. And for people to be angry and mad at me because I get on the internet and tell my life story and tell everything that was did to me and talk about things that support them. If they wouldn't have never gave me nothing to talk about, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. And since they're a part of what happened with me, since they're a part of whatever went on with me, I have a right to talk about whatever I want to talk about when it's concerning me. Anything that's concerning me, I have a right to talk about it. Yes, sis. So you mean to tell me we got all these people? Oh, she messy. You messy when you exposing people. When you're talking about, but the cool part about it, when you're talking about these people, all these people you're talking about, is a part of what you're talking about. So whatever I talk about, and I talk about what happened to me, that means it was a part of what I'm talking about. So why is it that that's messy if it has something to do with me? Now, if I'm just talking and it had nothing to do with nothing I'm talking about, I'm not talking about them. Everybody I talk about, all us was in a barrel together. It's public records. And the reason why a lot of people say you messy because you're exposing things to the children and to their grandchildren that they would have never told them. You think some of these women want somebody to know that we slept with the same men? You think some of these women, some of them want somebody to know that they lied and they used to be around me and I used to help them and they used to. You think people mad when you tell the truth? But long as everybody lying on me, it's okay when they do it. But it's a problem. It's messy when I do it. I'm going to say it again. If they wouldn't have never gave me nothing to talk about, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about. And I've been talking about this for how long? I raised my right hand to Jehovah. And not one person got on the internet and said, she lying on me. That didn't happen. Somebody got mad because I was talking about their brother. But your brother was with me and my sister. I can't tell a story without your brother being a part of it. Girl, you wasn't even thought of because you way too young. So in order for me to tell a story, I got to tell a story. But I'm the one that at the end of the day, if I wouldn't have told the story about your brother, your mama wouldn't have never got her insurance money. Because back then, if somebody commits suicide, you don't get paid. I'm just saying. You think I wasn't embarrassed to say that, oh, we was all doing this playing Russian roulette and all this and somebody unalive themselves? You think that me, but after somebody unalive themselves and they fell in my lap and they passed away in my lap, and then years later, I get almost unalive in front of the same house right across the street. And you don't think sometimes I have good days and bad days? What a coincidence. My friend unalive himself in front of me and my sister. And he passed away in my arms. And then years later, I almost get unalive in front of the same house. Wow, is that being messy? Or is it that you telling your story? And then at the end of the day, Miss Thing, his sister, hold on, we talking about my brother. Girl, don't talk about your brother. What? If you're going to tell a story, which you don't know nothing about the story, if you're going to try to tell a story, then she come back and say, well, the detective and all that did say you and your sister ain't had no residue on your hand. We didn't because we didn't pull a trigger. We didn't. But if it wasn't for me, as a young girl back then, telling the detectives, oh no, he ain't try to commit suicide. He ain't try to take his own life. If it wasn't for me. And now that you're the only person that you heard about what happened, you're going to try to come for me when I was the only one to speak up where your mama could bury him with her insurance policy. Wow. That's being messy. Is that being messy? Me telling y'all that somebody unalive themselves and they passed away in my lap? Is that being messy or that's telling your story? Because I saw somebody unalive themselves. He was there and I was here. And when he unalived himself, he fell in my arms. And then years later, I get almost unalive in front of the same house. I'm just saying. And you think I got time to put up with people messing their confusion and their shenanigans and make them relevant when I got my own story and my own life I'm living and my own stuff I'm dealing with mentally and physically? Who are you to judge me? Better yet, who sent you? So people think that they could come at you. What if I was one of them people that didn't want to get our life right? What if I was weak-minded when you play with me on this internet? What if I track your ass down? But I'm not that type of person no more. Because if I was, and you played with me on the internet, then we'll have a problem. I'm just saying. And I ain't just talking. But thank God for change. I ain't living like that no more. See, I know how to fight. And I could fight a good fight. And we gonna win. Because I'm living for Jehovah now. So I know how to, every knee, I know how to get on my knees, even out the wheelchair. Every knee. You know what he said? Every knee shall bow. And every tongue must confess. So when y'all come up against me, y'all better know what y'all doing. Because I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I might be in a wheelchair. I might be messing to y'all. But dear God, I'm still here. I'm still here. Ain't that something? Wow. 60 years old. 60 years old. That speak volume. That speak volume. I'm just saying. Somebody didn't make it to see 20. Wow. I've been here for decades. I got a lot of wisdom. I got a lot of bumps and bruises. I got war wounds. What about you? I got some scars that nobody can never take away. I got some wounds that ain't never been healed. What about you? At least I'm being honest. At least I'm on the right track. At least I'm being delivered. At least I want to be different from what I was back then. When them young girls wanted to be like me, I ain't want to be like me. See this person right here? See this person right here? This person right here? Let me see if they want to be like her right here. Today. Because she a bad girl. She a phenomenal woman. And she living in her truth. And she transparent. She not perfect. But she transparent. For Facebook. What about you? So if you're going to get mad, y'all want to get mad? You know what? Go look in the mirror and tell me what you see when you come out the mirror. Tell me what you see. Because when I look in the mirror, I see a beautiful woman on the inside and outside with a beautiful soul. So you got to get where I'm at. And the games you playing right now, I don't know if you're going to live to see 60. Because you playing a dangerous game. When you interfere with what Jehovah got going on. See, all you have to do is keep coming on here and keep your mouth shut. But you want to be relevant. Hey, Karen, you want to be relevant. And I made you relevant. But you'll never be me. Because it ain't but one of me. Ain't but one of me. So if you came over here to stir up some mess and confusion, I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. I'm saying, don't bring that shit over here. Stay over there down yonder. This not the place for it. At all. See that? The other end, there was all that fussing and arguing and all that on the internet and all that kind of stuff there. He tapped me on my shoulder. He woke me up in the middle of the night. He said, I need to talk to you. That's what Jehovah do me. Wake up. Tossing and turning. He tell me again, wake up. I wake up. Yeah, Jehovah. Let's talk. You been getting into it with people on the internet. You been cussing and you been doing what you want to do. And I don't like it. So either you going to go over there with the wicked or you going to go over here with me. Now make a choice. And I made my choice. I'm not entertaining you and your shenanigans. I'm going to speak my piece because I'm going to still clap back. But I know how to clap back now. I ain't got to curse y'all. I ain't even got to block you. Because you going to need deliverance. Because see, if you was being delivered, you wouldn't have came on here and said what you said in the midst of me delivering my message. See what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, Miss Thing, when they came on here and tried to be messy and tell me they was talking about me and a hairdresser in a sex war. See, the old Ann would have fed into that. See, you got to know the difference between me entertaining and not. And the old Ann would have said, well, girl, where the hairdresser at? And what they look like and who they is. And I'll give you a little something. I'll give you a little change. Can you tell me where they at? The old Ann would have called the hairdresser and said, you know what? You take walk-ins. Can I make her permanent? Because I'm trying to see who's running off by the mouth. But the new Ann, girl, please. Boy, please. They talk about Jesus Christ. So why should I be so bothered about somebody talking about me? Oh my God. They talking about me again? I love you too, Sam. They talk about me again? They just can't stop talking about me. But it's okay. I forgive you. Even if you're not sorry. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive Miss Thing too. They came on here and brought the bone and told me they was talking about me in the 6-1. I forgive her too. Because he said forgive them because they know not what they do. So I got to forgive y'all. I got to forgive y'all. It's just that simple. I forgive you. I forgive you. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Don't let nobody steal y'all joy or y'all peace. People gonna talk about you whether you do good or you do bad. It's never good enough. But you can't focus on the naysayers. You got to be able to identify the enemy, because the enemy come so smooth. They talk soft. They talk like they so sweet. I ain't said that. I ain't said nothing. They wolves in sheep clothes. Protect yourself. Because the world we living in now, you don't know who to trust. Embrace the ones who embrace you. Love the ones who show you they love you. Because see this right here? Anybody could tell you they love you. And all the while, they backstab. So be very mindful of the people that you surround yourself around. Because everybody ain't to be trusted. If your family and your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy, if they can deceive you, What you think about the other people on the outside? If your family can hurt you, you don't stand a chance on the outside. So I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. And to God be the glory. And just know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I'm asking God to have mercy on their soul. Have mercy on their soul, Lord. He said, forgive them because they know not what they do. Have mercy on their soul because they don't know. Even the ones, they come on here and they listen to you say certain things about God and they try to come back at you with what you done taught them. And they don't know no better. They don't know no better. So y'all have a blessed night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I want to thank y'all who came on here to distract me. Thank y'all for giving me something else to talk about. Thank y'all. Good night. Sleep tight.